Hi there. As you may be aware, Windows XP support ends in April. So I'm going to tell you about some of the options that you've got. Now, I'm going to head straight over to the Windows website. And we're going to click Meet Windows, and I'm just going to quickly show you a little video clip from the Microsoft website. So, yeah.
Meet the new Windows. You can get it on all kinds of great new devices, tablets, 2-in-1s, laptops, desktop all-in-ones. If it's been a while since you bought a new computer, you might be surprised at how affordable some of the new devices are. The first thing you'll notice is the start screen. It has everything you use and care about the most. Apps, people, websites, or just about anything else, and it can be set up the way you want. When you're on the start screen, you can start typing anytime to search across the web, your PC, and apps. Search once and see all your results in one place. And you can do things right from the results, like playing songs or calling your friend. There are thousands of apps in the Windows Store to browse and download, and more are being added all the time. Open multiple apps at the same time to use Windows the way you want. The start screen and apps are designed for touch, but they also work great with a mouse and keyboard. In fact, the things you're used to are still here. Your familiar desktop is a click or tap away, and favorite programs work the way they always have. Documents you create can be saved to the cloud automatically, so you always see the latest version, even on another device. With the new Windows, you get more. And now you can get the best of work and play on any device. Take your pick.
So now we saw that. I'm just going to search Windows XP support before we continue on with the options. So I can just read through the page that you need to understand and read about. What is Windows XP end of support? Well, Microsoft has provided support for Windows XP for the past 12 years, and personally, Windows XP is my favourite operating system anyway. But if you know what you're doing, you can still keep XP, but yeah, you might have issues like viruses. However, Microsoft will let you get definitions with Microsoft Security Essentials, even after end of support for XP, but you won't be able to download Security Essentials after the 8th of April. You can upgrade your current PC, but that's if it supports Windows 8.1 or Windows 7, or you can get a new PC with touch or laptop or all-in-one. Then anyway, we're going to click Meet Windows, and I'm going to, well, scroll down here, and I'm going to give you a comparison of Windows, if I can find it. It's not here because I'm using Windows 8 already, so we're just going to look at comparing it to the iPad. Here we have the Asus VivoTab Smart with 64GB versus the iPad Air with 64GB. While the Asus is slightly thicker, it's lighter, but it has got a bigger screen. It supports micro HDMI and micro SD ports, and printing from almost all printers that support Windows, and it runs Microsoft Office. It lets you have multiple accounts compared to the iPad, which only lets you have one, and you can run, well, you can view more than one app at the same time. For the HP Envy X2, we have the 9.4mm, so they're both the same. The HP is slightly heavier, but look how big the size of the display is compared to the iPad. And this has USB ports as well as the micro SD and the HDMI, and it has the same as before for printing. This has a clip-on keyboard for the HP. The iPad doesn't, and of course you've got the multiple accounts and the single. And of course we have Microsoft's own Surface RT, which isn't the Pro version, so you won't get Hyper-V and that kind of stuff. You'll still get Windows 8 and all that features, and you'll still get your SkyDrive 200 gigabytes. So we're just going to head over to some OEM's websites now. So just give me 1 second, and yeah. Here we have the Lenovo website. Now we're just going to click on laptops and ultrabooks, as that's what a lot of people are going to be getting. And we'll just take a look at the ThinkPad or the IdeaPad. So we'll just take a look at the IdeaPad because that's the most I hear. And we'll find the cheapest one, which is the Yoga, and then we'll look at the U series, which are the Designer and Ultrabook. These all have 4th gen Intel processors. The Touch U330 has 4th gen Intel Core i7, Windows 8.1, a terabyte hard drive and 8 gigabytes of DDR and memory. It has 13.3 inch display with 1366 by 768, or a full HD one for slightly more price, of course. So yeah, but as well as that 1 terabyte hard drive, you can have a 16 gigabyte SSD with that hard drive, or you can have a 500 gigabyte SSHD with 16 gigabytes, or a 256 gigabyte SSD. For the U330P, we have a 4th gen Intel Core i5 with Windows 8.1 Pro, integrated Intel graphics, 8 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, a terabyte hard drive, or 500 gigabyte SSHD, or the 256 gigabytes SSD. With both of these have 10 hours battery life, with a 13.3 inch 1366 display, 36 by 768, 16 by 9 display, and we also have the Touch U430, which is a 14 inch, which has an Intel Core i7 4th gen, NVIDIA GeForce GT 730M 2 gigabytes graphics, with 8 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, 500 gigabyte hard drive, plus an optional 16 gigabyte SSD, or 500 gigabyte SSHD plus the 16 gigabyte SSD, or the 256 gigabyte SSD, with a 14 inch HD or full HD display with 10-point multi-touch. And we also have the U530 Touch with the 15 inch version, which has 4th gen Intel Core i7 processors with Windows 8.1 Pro, NVIDIA GT 730M graphics, 8 gigabytes DDR3 memory with 1 terabyte, and of course the same hard drive things. But we have a 15.6 inch HD 1366 by 768 widescreen with 10-point multi-touch, or the 15.6 inch full HD 1920 by 1080 widescreen with 10-point multi-touch. And you can't get these online. But these two, you've got 649 and 749. Now we're just going to take a look at the Microsoft Surfaces. So we'll just take a look at the Surface Pro, because that's what people prefer, because it's got the full Windows plus the Hyper-V, so you can run Windows 7 or Windows XP in a virtual machine, which is £719. It's got the pen, it's got the type covers, or the touch covers, that purple, blue, pink and black. It's got the USB 3.0 ports. Just watch this little clip.
Meet the incredibly versatile Surface Pro 2. It's the tablet with the power of a laptop. Surface Pro 2 has a longer battery life, which means less time charging and more time doing, so you can power through the work no matter where you work. The integrated kickstand now supports 2 positions, so you can lean in or kick back. Add your personal touch to emails and documents. The Surface Pen allows you to create and edit your ideas with ease. Share your best work using SkyDrive, or copy files quickly with USB 3.0. Connecting with the team is simple with the high-res front-facing camera and Skype. Use the rear-facing camera to add an extra dimension to your presentations. All your favorite apps work together seamlessly with Windows 8.1. Install and use the programs and applications that you use every day. The new touch and type covers protect your display and are now backlit, so they're perfect for typing in all lighting conditions. Extend your reach. With the wireless adapter, you can take control from anywhere in the room. At your desk or on the go, in daylight and low light, now you can see more, share more, and do even more with Surface Pro 2. So go ahead, click in and do more.
So we have the new kickstand, fast apps, free Skype calling, plus 200 gigabytes of SkyDrive storage for free if you bought for 2 years with the purchase, and 1 year of free voice calling to landlords in over 60 countries. It has a we have the dimensions, but the storage is what we first want to know. We have 64 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte, 256 gigabyte, and 512 gigabyte options. It's a 16:9 aspect ratio, and it's got a 1920 by 1080 resolution, and it can have 4 gigabytes or 8 gigabytes of system memory. And of course, it's got the Intel cores processors. Let's head over to Dell website and just take a look at the two most populars. We have under the home, laptops and ultrabooks. We have, or just like one Inspiron, or these Inspirons, and an XPS. I'm not going to bother with the HP, it's just another time. So we have some really great priced Dells here. We have an Inspiron 15 for £259, an Inspiron 15 for £279, and an Inspiron 15 for £329. We have the £259 one. Has an Intel Celeron processor of 1.6 GHz, Windows 8.1, 4 GB of memory, and a 320 GB hard drive. The £279 model has an Intel Pentium at 1.9 GHz with Windows 8.1, 4 GB of memory, and a 500 GB hard drive. And the £329 model, I haven't seen this one, so I don't know. This is a Intel Core i3 at 1.7 GHz with the Intel HD graphics, Windows 8.1, 4 GB of memory, 500 GB hard drive, and of course it's got just standard Wi-Fi and Office trials. I'm just going to take a look at some XPSs now, if I can find it. Of course we have the Inspiron 14s and the here we are. So we have two XPS Ultrabooks starting at £929, and these are convertibles. We have a 4th generation Intel Core i5 CPU, Windows 8.1, 4 GB of memory, and a 128 GB solid state drive for the £929 model. And for the £1,179 model, we have a 4th generation Intel Core i7 processor with Windows 8.1, 8 GB of memory, and a 256 GB solid state drive. We also have, of course, the 11-inch Ultrabook for £829 with both have an Intel, or £929. They've both got an Intel Core i5 4th gen, Windows 8.1, 4 GB of memory, but the 829 model has 128 GB and the 929 has 256 GB. And of course we've got this Ultrabook here from Dell, which is the XPS 13 for £1,009. We've got a 4th gen i5 CPU with Windows 8.1, 8 GB of memory, and a 128 GB solid state drive. And for the £1,179 model, we have the 4th generation Intel Core i7 processor with Windows 8.1, 8 GB of memory, and a 256 GB solid state drive. So now we've taken a look at some hardware. You can actually upgrade your current system, if you like, using the Windows Upgrade Advisor. And I'll just give you a brief explanation on where to get it. So just head over to windows.com and go and search for Windows Upgrade Advisor. and head over to the installing and reinstalling. I believe it should be under here. It tells you how to buy it, and this is about Windows 7. If you want to upgrade to Windows 7, you can get the Windows 7 Upgrade Advisor from Bing. So I'll just search Windows 7 Upgrade Advisor, and that's the first link here. Windows 7 Upgrade Advisor. Download Microsoft Windows, windows.microsoft.com, and we just search for Windows 8 Upgrade Advisor. If there is one, there was one. I know that because I used it myself. I believe, yeah, here it is. So this is because I've got Windows 8. It ain't going to show me. But if you've got Windows XP, Vista, or 7, you head over to windows.microsoft.com/n-gb or n-us, depending on where you're from, /windows/buy, and you'll get the upgrade advisor pop up here. Now, because I've got Windows 8, 8.1 will show here, which I can't upgrade to due to faulty service on my PC. So those are your main options. Now, Windows 8 is a great operating system. Now, a lot of you are moaning, Metro, I don't like Metro. Well, I'm going to show you Metro, but a lot of things are going to be blurred out because they're private stuff. But Metro, what is wrong with Metro? You get used to it. It took me about a week to get used to Metro, and in Windows 8.1 they improved it even more. I love the Windows S search command. It's just easier than opening the Windows start button and typing in there. If you press Windows S, it's just really easy to search. So you can do all your charms. You got your Skype. You got it's different because most of this stuff came from Lenovo, but you've got what you need. Now, Microsoft Office 2013, it does not run on Windows XP. In fact, we can see that actually. Just head over to office.com. It won't run on Windows XP, and it won't run on Vista. You need at least 7. So if you use Microsoft Office, which I recommend, the 365 Home Premium, which is what I use, it's a great deal, £7.99 a month. So yeah. Here are the actual system requirements for Office 2013 or Office 365 Professional Plus. Windows 7 2008 R2, Windows 7, Windows 7 2012, or Windows 8. And the 32-bit Office can be installed on 64-bit systems, but the 64-bit can only be installed on 64-bit. You need a 1 GHz processor, 1 GB of RAM, or 2 GB of RAM for 64-bit, 3 GB of disk space, and a 1024 by 768 monitor. But that's easy because most monitors are about that. That's for the actual main Office, and that is all you need to know. So, Windows XP is an amazing operating system. I love XP. So, Windows XP is a great operating system. I love it, and I'm sure you did. But unless you are awesome at computers, there's a lot of chance you're going to get hacked. And I'm just scrolling through some random Windows XP pictures I've searched off of the internet, but I'd like to thank you for listening for the past almost 20 minutes now. And I hope you found this video useful when you consider upgrading or using Windows XP continually. Now, if you want to use XP, Windows 8.1 and Pro and Windows 8 Pro both have the Hyper-V feature. This lets you to run virtual machines without having to download any separate software. Now, I don't have Pro, so I don't have that, but it's a great way of running XP programs on your Windows 8 or 8.1 if you upgrade to those and you need XP programs, or you can get Windows 7 Pro or Ultimate. Now, Ultimate, in fact, no, Pro is the only one you can get now. You get that because people are complaining about Windows 8, but the reason people complain is because it's not, they're not used to it, but they get used to it after a week. I did, but so yeah, you get used to it, and so on. But Hyper-V works, comes with Windows 8 Pro and 8.1 Pro, so you can run XP programs. But if you've got Windows 7 Pro, or you upgrade to that, or Ultimate, you can get Windows XP mode, which will let you run your XP programs on your Windows 7 PC. So I'd like to thank you for listening to me for the last 20 minutes.